understand it now.
Friends dead, leave them in the cold, put them in the tundra. I go Ray Charles, second I see her, I make her fumble. I was just in Texas with Aaliyah, pussy a jungle. They wanted to drop me fiance, but I told them I'm coming on.
It's not nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're cold.
The first pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select
What's up, everybody? What be going on, man? It's your boy Q, aka Uncle Quan. Welcome back to the channel with another film breakdown. Look, chat, it's time to have that conversation about Bryce Young. Did Bryce Young show us enough in the last few weeks to name him the franchise quarterback? Did Bryce Young prove that he can hang with the big dogs? Is it time to put some respect on Bryce Young's name? We're gonna get into it, man, but first, make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, man. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video on the channel. And I go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss when I do go live. Also, I want to shout out my guy A Kobe for that donation from the last live, man. I appreciate that donation. Big love to my guy A Kobe, man. If you guys have been following the channel, man, you guys have clearly seen we've been following the development of Bryce Young since pre-draft process, man. We've been covering his college games, we cover his rookie season and a little bit of his sophomore season at this point. In most of these film studies, man, I showed you guys the good and the bad with Bryce Young. We saw the potential with Bryce Young. We talked about what he could do with this team and what he needed to work on. And we're seeing a lot of those things come into place right now. Now, obviously, everything ain't been pretty with Bryce Young. Bryce Young started out the year struggling, obviously leading to him getting benched this season. And I'm not gonna lie, Chad, I got very disappointed in Bryce Young to the point where I was even questioning whether or not he was a bust. Bryce Young's first pass attempt of the season was an interception. And I'm not gonna lie, that gave me a lot of discouragement going into the season. Not only did he throw an interception for that first drive, but he continued to struggle throughout those first two games, which led to him getting benched. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to root for a performance that bad when you have been anticipating the season for so long and you've been anticipating this guy to improve the whole offseason. But I gotta say, Chad, we have been seeing a night and day difference from Bryce Young after he got benched. We're seeing more throws from under center, more throws over 20 yards, more throws over the middle, more 50-50 balls, more poise in the pocket. He's even celebrating more and gaining more confidence. And there's reports going out that he's even carrying his voice a little bit different these days. Now, these are all good signs from our young quarterback, man. This is something that you definitely want to see from Bryce Young, especially what he's been through so far. You want to see this guy actually make a name for himself in the NFL. Overall, Chad, this Chiefs game gave a lot of fans confidence in Bryce Young. A lot of people are starting to jump on the Bryce Young train. A couple of people are not there yet, but they're starting to see the potential with Bryce Young, and they're starting to see the development of Bryce Young as well. Now, where I stand personally, I'm still spectating and watching with Bryce Young, but I am loving what I'm seeing. And this is exactly what I've been talking about on the film before, if you have been paying attention. But the real question is, can Bryce Young stay consistent? We've seen Bryce Young have good games like the Green Bay game, and we've also seen him turn around and have a bad game, which was the Jacksonville game, that following game after Green Bay. So can Bryce Young keep up this consistency with his play? So far, we've gotten 3 straight games of good display from Bryce Young, man. He's been very efficient, he's been poised, he's been confident, and it's looking like a night and day difference with Bryce Young. With that being said, Chad, let's go to hop into this film, man. Let's actually break down these throws that Bryce Young made. Let's take a look at Bryce Young going toe-to-toe with the GOAT, Patrick Mahomes, and how he kept us in this game. A lot of people, once again, has questioned the ability for Bryce Young to play under center. He played plenty of snaps under center this game, and this is just one of many examples. Poise in the pocket, patience, delivering a strike. This is great poise in the pocket. This is a very different Bryce Young that we are used to seeing, man, because Bryce Young before, he's probably not going to make this throw. First of all, he's not even going to have this much time. Look at the pocket, chat. Look at the pocket. That's beautiful poise by Bryce Young. Great pocket by the offensive line. And a lot of people question his ability to be able to see over the line. This is from under center, chat. This is from under center. A lot of people question whether or not he can see. And I mean, he's just delivered a dot, 20 plus yards over the field, man. So let's take a look at it from Bryce Young's perspective. Bryce Young, under center, fakes the handoff. Look at the time, man. Great throw by Bryce Young. A little off-platform throw, man. If you take a look at how he released this ball, this is a little off-platform throw. Take a look at how he moves his legs right here. So that throw right there, that's not a normal throw. Usually you see quarterbacks kind of step into their throw. Right here, Bryce Young kind of did like a little sidestep and released the ball. getting power from his right leg, man. So this is an interesting throw by Bryce Young, especially in the pocket. Great throw by Bryce Young. This is looking a lot like Alabama Bryce. Let's move on to the next one. All right, chat, here's another example from this game that shows Bryce Young's improvement, man. If you take a look at your screen, Bryce Young, once again, is under center, but take a look at his decision-making and how quick it is compared to his rookie season or earlier this season. So you got him under center. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's not staying stagnant anymore, y'all. I know a lot of times last year, especially in the film studies, if you've been paying attention, he's been very stagnant in one spot. If you take a look at it from another angle, let's take a look at it from Bryce Young's perspective. Bryce Young, in the past, he's going to stand still in that same spot. Like right here, let's pause it. This is beautiful pocket awareness right now. Look at the way he's sliding the pocket, moving the pocket. Now right here, rookie Bryce would have stayed right here the entire play and he would have got sacked. Take a look at Bryce Young recognizing that this pressure is getting close to him and he's keeping his eyes down the field and he's sliding the pocket. This is night and day difference. This is not the same Bryce that we're looking at, chat. Bryce Young sliding. He takes off. We see a big hole in front of him. He takes off. He got shoelace tackle. But hey, great decision by Bryce Young. Let's take a look at another play from this game. Bryce Young, once again, under center, took plenty of snaps from under center when it came to the passing game, which I love, by the way, man. We've been talking about this on the film if you guys have been paying attention. There's actually a lot of motion going on, man, and I really like this by Dave Canales. And we talked about that when we broke down Dave Canales' film against the Detroit Lions in that playoff game when he was offensive coordinator for the Bucs. What he's going to do, he's going to motion JT Sanders right here. Then he's going to motion again. Then once the play snaps, we're going to have a slant inside. JT Sanders going to come run a flat. And then you got Adam Thielen right here at tight end. He's going to sneak off and run across. Great play design. It allows Adam Thielen to kind of get free. Boom. Easy pitch and go, man. Adam Thielen with the yards out the catch. Shout out to the old man. Let's move on to the next one. All right, chat, let's take a look at another play, man. This is another example of how Bryce Young is starting to show improvement and development throughout this season, man. Bryce Young was a guy who was very calculated, very scared to take a chance, very scared to take a risk and give his guys a 50-50 ball. We have been seeing that a lot more in the last 3 weeks, and I'm loving what I'm seeing, man. Let's take a look at this play. This is probably one of my favorite plays from this past Sunday for Bryce Young. Bryce Young drops back. He's going through his progressions, rolling out to his left, and look at the 50-50 ball, man. As he's rolling out to his left, this is a crazy ball by Bryce. Great catch by JT Sanders, man. Also, prayers out to JT Sanders, man. He was having a great year. He was balling. I hope he gets healthy very soon, man, because we're going to need him. Let's take a look at it from another angle, man. Bryce Young, this is a night and day difference, man. Look at him going through his progressions. Then he rolls out to his left, throws the ball, and gives this guy a chance, and JT Sanders comes down with that, man. Let's take a look at it one more time. This is brilliant. Brilliant. Great job by Bryce Young to actually flush out of the pocket and then give his guys a chance. This is a night and day difference, chat. Night and day difference with Bryce Young. As of last year, Bryce Young, again, we told y'all he would have been stagnant in that pocket and probably took a sack. He's not going to throw up those 50-50 balls, man. 9 times out of 10, he's not going to make that throw. Let's take a look at it one more time, man. Let's take a look at his progressions. Look at his eyes real quick. Bryce Young looks to his right. He go back to the middle. Going through all of his progressions, finally rolls out and then gives his guy a chance. That's brilliant football right there, man. Let's move on to the next play. All right, Chad, once again, Bryce Young is in an empty set. Let's take a look at this play right here, man. You got a 2x3, empty set, Bryce Young in the gun. Let's take a look at him, man. Let's let him cook. Bryce Young actually stepping up in the pocket right here, man. Look at him step up and make a brilliant throw to the boundaries, man. Great throw by Bryce Young. Great out route by David Moore, man. Let's take a look at it from his angle. Bryce Young looking at the defense, going through his reads, great pocket, stepping up in the pocket. That's something we definitely didn't see, man. I just told y'all plenty of times throughout this video, Bryce Young was a very stagnant quarterback, and this game specifically, he was very, very, very different from what we're used to seeing, man. So shout out to Bryce Young, man. He's actually coming along, chat. Another example of how Bryce Young has shown improvement, man. He's actually recognizing the blitz pre-snap, chat. And this is something that Bryce Young struggled to recognize all last season. I mean, obviously he was a rookie, so he's pretty young in his career. Didn't really know any better, right? But right here, this is a night and day difference, man. Take a look at your screen. There is a blitz coming. Let's take a look at Bryce Young cook, man. You got a little stack domino right here. Let's take a look at it. Bryce Young recognizing the pre-snap blitz. He's going to change out of this audible. He's going to change out of this play. Bryce Young going through his progressions, stepping up in the pocket and threw a dot to the back of the end zone for David Moore, man. He just didn't come down with it. Bryce Young recognizing the defense. He know the blitz is coming. Still staying poised, tries to step up. I mean, he took a shot, and that ball is in the back of the end zone where only David Moore can catch it. He didn't come away with it, man. But let's take a look at this very next play where he does the same thing. He recognizes the blitz is coming. He steps up in the pocket, throws a strike to Tommy Tremble, who unfortunately did not come up with it, man. Take a look at it again from another perspective. Bryce Young, looking at the defense, he knows what he got. Going through his progressions, throws a strike in the middle of the field. Just didn't come away with the touchdown. All right, let's take a look at another play, man. Right here, Bryce Young showing us that he done grew some balls, man. Bryce Young was a guy, again, very calculated, didn't take a lot of risk. But right here, Bryce Young throws a tight spiral to his guy, only where he can get it. And I mean, he threaded the needle with this throw, man. So let's take a look at this play. Let's let Bryce cook. We got some motion to the other side, making this a trips formation. Bryce Young in the gun, got some help beside him. Chuba Hubbard flushes out. Bryce Young got time. Look at the throw and the presence in the pocket, man. That throw was a dot, only to where David Moore could snatch that ball in, man. All right, Bryce Young from another perspective. Bryce Young dropping back. Plenty of time. And I mean, look at the strike. Only where David Moore can get it, man. A ballsy throw by Bryce Young. Now, again, last year, Bryce Young did not know what NFL Open was. This is a recipe for some good football on Sundays. All right, let's take a look at another throw by Bryce Young from under center once again. Another great display by Bryce Young. This is pretty much like a flood concept. If you take a look at your screen, you're going to have number 13. He's going to motion out, and he's going to run like an in route. Xavier Legette's running the slant. Then you got David Moore coming out here running the 10-step out, right? So let's take a look at this play. Let's let it develop. You got the motion. Bryce Young fakes the toss, rolls out to his right, and gets the ball off to get the first down, man. This is a brilliant throw by Bryce Young. This is something we've been talking about. Get Bryce Young to be a play-action type of quarterback. Roll him out of the pocket, especially from under center. When we have a top 5 running game, or at least a top 5 running back like Chuba Hubbard, you can use that run game to take the pressure off of Bryce Young to establish a play action with Bryce, man. So take a look at it right here, man. This is just one of many examples of what he's been able to do from under center because of that run game and how successful it's been this season. Once again, Bryce Young faking the toss, flushing out right, staying poised, and made a good throw to Xavier Legette to get the first down, man. Great job by Bryce Young. Shout out to Dave Canales for actually being able to use Bryce Young the correct way. Let's move on to the next play. All right, let's take a look at this play right here, man. Shout out to Dave Canales for this play call right here, man. W play calling right here. Dave Canales uses the motion for number 13. He's going to fake him inside, making the defense think that he's going to probably cut inside, man. So you got to pay attention to number 13 right here. Then he's going to quickly pop back out in that same motion, and that's when he's going to snap the ball, and then he's going to run to the flat. Adam Thielen's going to run like a go route. Then you're going to have this guy on the inside come run inside. Then you're going to have this guy on the inside run a shallow across. Then you're going to have Xavier Legette running the out route, right? So what this motion does, it gets the defense looking this way. So take a look at the motion. Quick breaks coming back. Bryce Young shimmies to the right and comes back quickly to Xavier Legette. That's a brilliant play call. So let's take a look at it from another angle. Once again, you got all this activity going on over here. You got the motion and all that stuff. You got the routes. Everything is on this side. And then even at the snap, you got Bryce Young shimmying to that side, indicating that he's going to throw that direction. So that gets the defense playing honest, and everybody is flooding over to that side. And that isolates Xavier Legette over here, who's running that out route to the sideline. Bryce Young executed this really well. A quick little shimmy to the right. Boom. Sudden shimmy. Look at the defensive body language, man. Everybody is trying to make sure this is accounted for. Bryce Young quickly comes back to his left. Throws a fucking dot. Great job by Bryce Young. All right, chat, let's take a look at this play right here, man. Let's take a look at Bryce Young against pressure. Here comes a lot of pressure in his face, man. He takes a shot off the back foot and still delivers a strike in motion to David Moore once again, man. Take a look at it from another angle, looking at his perspective. Bryce Young looking at the defense pre-snap. He knows what he got. He knows the pressure is coming. He knows he has to make a quick decision. Ball is snapped. Bryce Young knows the pressure is coming. He got his read. David Moore, easy completion down the field. Good job by Bryce, man, showing poise in the pocket once again in this game. Once again, chat, another example of Bryce Young showing growth and development, taking shots down the field, man. A lot of people had questions about his arm strength, but right here, he showed deep accuracy, and he showed that he had the arm talent to get it out there, man. So let's take a look at it right here. A simple go route by Xavier Legette, taking a shot for our young rookie. Dropped right in the bread basket, man, but Xavier Legette, unfortunately, could not come up with this catch. Let's take a look at it from another angle. Faking the blitz, dropping back. Bryce Young is poised in the pocket. Steps up into the throw, and I mean, that's an absolute dime from Bryce Young. You got to catch those, man. Now, I'm going to give Xavier Legette some grace for now because he's a rookie, just like I did with Jonathan Mingo, just like I did with Bryce Young. I'm going to give you guys grace as of right now, man, but we got to make those plays moving forward. Especially if you want to be a threat in this league, you got to be able to capitalize on plays like this. All right, chat, let's take a look at this play right here, man. You got a trips formation up at the top of your screen. I just want y'all to take a look at Bryce Young, looking at this defense and recognizing what's coming. Bryce Young, again, showing you time after time. Pre-snap, he's looking at this defense. He's sending guys in motion. He's changing the plays, calling audibles. I think Dave Canales is starting to trust Bryce Young more and more to be able to call the shots. And he delivered a beautiful strike to Adam Thielen, man. Great job recognizing the blitz. Great job moving your guys around, playing chess, moving your pieces around to get a better matchup, man. Bryce Young knows that pressure is coming. He's going to bring his guys in to get a little bit of extra protection. Great job by Bryce, man. Good job to recognize that. Poise in the pocket. Boom. Delivers a strike to Adam Thielen, man. Great throw. Great catch by Adam Thielen. All right, chat, for the last play of this film, I just want to show you guys a display of Bryce Young just showing, once again, growth. I can't emphasize that enough throughout this video, man. Just growth. We've seen this a lot at Alabama. This is why we drafted Bryce Young. His ability to be able to improvise and throw on the run and make tough throws, man. Like, look at this play right here. Bryce Young looking down the field, going through his progressions. He's actually rolling out of the pocket and on the run throws a strike to the end zone, man. Luckily, we got the flag. But look at the throw by Bryce, man. This is something we have not seen up to this point. Bryce Young actually flushing out of the pocket instead of being stagnant, throwing on the run a dot down the field. I mean, a absolute dot. Luckily, we got the PI, man, but I do think Adam Thielen could have came up with this ball. But great job by Bryce Young, man. Bryce Young, once again, showing the growth and development here in Carolina. All right, chat, in conclusion, man, Bryce Young is starting to come along here in Carolina. He's starting to show some growth and improvement here in this system, and him and Dave Canales are starting to cook up. Bryce Young is also building more chemistry and connection with his young rapport, JT Sanders. Unfortunately, JT Sanders is out with a concussion, so he is going to miss time. But before the injury, man, him and Bryce Young were definitely building that connection, and they were cooking. Jalen Coker, who missed last game, he is starting to come along as well. Xavier Legette still got some questions here and there. You got to be able to catch the ball, but he definitely does have a good upside. With all these new weapons for Bryce Young and his offensive line to help him out with the time in the pocket, this is a completely different Bryce Young that we're seeing, man. Now it's just a matter of putting everything in place and staying consistent with our quarterback play. Dave Canales has to continue to rely on the run game to establish play action and take the pressure off of Bryce Young so he doesn't have to do too much. That's going to conclude today's video, man. Leave me in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about Bryce Young so far. Do you guys believe in Bryce Young? Do you think he still needs work? Do you think he's a bust? Let me know in the comment section, man. I'd love to chop it up with you guys in the comments. As always, man, stay true to yourself. Keep being you. Follow those dreams, turn those dreams into goals, and go get it, fam. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video on the channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.